Welcome back to another session, everybody, of Earthdawn with the three usual suspects here. And we had some time trying to remember what happened last session, but we remembered. And Chris, if you would care to regale us.
Yes, we did. Actually, a number of interesting happenings occurred in our last
Interesting and highly memorable things.
Yes, clearly they were highly memorable as we struggled to try and figure out exactly what the hell happened to us. But we, the biggest thing that we undertook was we ran into a blood elf. And her name was Fayin the Soothsayer. And she was
unexpected.
She was the one who we were told would be able to help us find who all of our respective trainers were or would be. She also, of course, worked in the Adventurers Guild. So we all kind of went and had our own little personal vision quest sort of ceremony that we undertook and watched some pretty sweet respective YouTube videos. For our various things, which was kind of cool. From there, we learned approximately where all of these people were, which was, of course, extremely helpful. From there, we kind of decided to make some plans to head in that general direction, hopefully catching Grigori's trainer first, then mine, and then eventually Kaja's, who was basically the furthest away, but kind of coincided with our goals of seeking out more, or seeking out the elf Rexray, who we are still not sure if he lives to this day, but we believe he might be near the gateway to the ocean. And before then, of course, Grigori, the ever paranoid, decided to get himself a bit more protection, in the form of some blood pebble armor.
In the form of somebody cutting me open and shoving rocks into me.
Yes, which was kind of fun to watch from mine and Kaja's standpoint. We kind of stood guard over him just in case things went south. They did not.
Especially for Kaja, who's developed quite a taste for blood lately.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes. So, and that brings us to our next fun happening. Kaja spent some time around town and decided to get involved with, I guess what could be best described as Bartertown Fight Club, although people did talk about this, and they're definitely talking about it now. And so his first match was successful. He decided to take on the second match and was fighting this guy who could now best be described perhaps as bit of a clown boxer of sorts. He wasn't dressed like a clown, but he was a bit more comical in his approach to the combat. And he kept kind of continually frustrating Kaja, and this person being unaware of Kaja's temper, you might say. Kaja took a hefty swing at him and inadvertently and unintentionally killed the guy. Like, straight up murdered him right there in the street.
And also accidentally killed the pit fighting ring in general.
Which it absolutely did that. We ended up getting the pit fighting banned. We learned that this guy had not only a wife, but children. So to kind of compound the guilt, we did attend his funeral. And then, and then we basically, before we were about ready to leave, we said goodbye to our troll benefactors because our job with them was done. And then we bought some hatanas, which are kind of sweet-looking, like part lion, eagle mounts, right? I think, right? They have
Something like that, yeah.
beaks.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get a reminder for the people while you're talking.
Yes. And so we took these hatanas. We made our way towards the village, which we knew was kind of the spot where we start there.
Yep, those things.
So we made our way to a village, which is nearby some ruins, which we had yet to explore. And we encountered some rather large termites, gentleman's barn, very barn that we were staying. And I believe that's where we left up. Oh, we also on the behind the curtain side, we did award spent some legend points, some talents, some other things, but I believe we were told to not apply those. I don't quite remember exactly how that part worked out.
it's one of those you can kind of plan out everything, but you can't move up to your circle yet because you're meeting your trainers. So,
Yeah, the not apply thing was to go ahead and plan out what new talents we were going to get from the circle improvement, but we don't have them yet technically.
yep.
I've already spent XP on buying them, but I obviously can't use them because I don't actually have them. It's just earmarked XP basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a weird way I have to do it this time because of the whole trainer thing. And I again forgot the XP, but that's not coming into play right now, so.
That's all right. Probably wouldn't be able to do a whole lot with it at this point.
Yeah.
True. And I believe that is where we left off, was we had finished off the termites and I think and thus secured our lodging, I believe.
Yes.
Nice.
And you forgot two crucial things. One, Dakota got visited by Lord Zantian.
Oh, Zynthian, that's right.
And had to deal with living the guy's life, including his death, multiple times. Thus scarring
Quite a lot of times.
Scarring the Swordmaster forever. And confusing the hell out of a little girl. By claiming to be part of the Dairy Council, and why would they care about pigs?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That girl was going to be a great philosopher one day, though, so it was really for the best. It's going to be very existential.
Okay. So.
Zen pigs.
So, but yes. All right. So night does pass through, and you guys are now. It is morning. You're waking inside of the house of the old troll farmer. You smell the faint smell of like some beef and eggs and various, really hearty breakfast foods.
Seems
Nice,
like me
nice.
some breakfast foods.
Like you hear various creatures cawing outside as the sun rises, because I'm assuming there's more than just roosters in this world that can do that.
I would imagine.
I imagine there's a crack bill somewhere where it's just doing that massive noise of a "Bah!" at dawn.
Just waiting to be killed and have its neck sold off.
And what do you guys do as you're woken by the "Nah" of the crack bill?
That's what we should do, guys. Forget all this adventuring. Let's just become neck farmers.
Yeah, right? or just farmers in general. I mean, why not? I'm thinking it's probably are there hands? Are there like farm hands on this place, or is it just his family?
It's just his family, him, his wife, and you notice there is a male out in the field with some of the cows that you didn't see earlier.
Excellent. I think now I'm doing it. Wyland is going to Wyland is going to go out towards this person, and whether he likes it or not, he's going to perform his karma ritual because I need an audience, and I will assist him with any duties he needs. But I'm going to perform the karma ritual whilst I'm doing that, so I'm not going to try and completely ignore him. Ignore him just a little bit.
And if people don't remember, the karma ritual
I'm sorry,
now
not
changed.
ignore him. I'm not ignore him. I'm going to I'm trying to not completely monopolize his time, but he's got to give me some time because I need some karma back.
And yes, is this supposed to be like your trainer's montage of dancing that you saw?
Oh, God,
A
now
lot
I
of
gotta look at
stomping
that
and
video
gesturing.
I wish I may try and incorporate some of those moves as I'm heading out towards him, like almost like walking up to him, kind of like
You
this.
need a battle drum. You can be our team skald
Did you buy little tiny cymbals to just pound around?
Yeah.
to go with his tiny bellows.
Eventually, he's just gonna have a tiny set on him that he can just start pulling and wrenching and have a one-man band set up.
But yeah, one of
in
those
this
one
much
man
of a
band
space.
troopers. But yeah, no, Wyland is definitely going to do his karma ritual, and then he'll go and get himself some breakfast.
All right. While doing the karma ritual, you notice the guy just kind of stops and stares at you in confusion, and the cows are also staring at you in a what the hell sense that a cow can give.
His performance was so good they can't even. They just can't even.
Yeah.
The troll just kind of looks at the cow and goes, "You what? What?"
You've reached a new pinnacle in your entertainment skills.
All right.
That's right. I've stunned an audience of cows.
Okay, so he does that. Grendar, Dakota, what do your characters do?
I'm having tea with the ghost of the pit fighter.
He's not there.
Oh, he didn't come with us?
Nope.
Well, whatever local spirits are around then.
There's an old dwarf that talked about how back in his day they had to climb up, 10 miles one hit way on a hill and, climb up 10 miles higher the other way to get back home.
This story again.
Yep.
I'm going to go check and see how the bug insides worked on keeping stuff out of the place.
All right. Do a perception check since you're going to check on the goo line, essentially, right?
Yep.
You must hold the goo line.
Neck hunter? Okay.
I was wondering how long it would take somebody to notice that.
Okay. Yeah, you notice fairly easily there, Dakota. Kaja notices there's what you saw footprints in the dirt, like very obvious ones, about the size of the termites you fought. Come up, get close, and just kind of scurry in a mad dash and then go back.
All right, good. I suppose after that, I'll just wait for them to get done with their thing, and I want to fill them in. It's like, yeah, it worked.
All right. Well, you can be
That's
having
an RPG beer there, Chris.
I'm sorry, say again?
How is it?
That was the RPG beer.
The RPG beer isn't too bad.
Stout.
It's a little on the bitter side, but I'm still going to drink him.
Yes, welcome to my world of with pretty much no sugar tea now.
There we go.
Stupid.
Nice, good choice.
Diet. All right. So yeah, Kaja can be having breakfast while the other two are doing their ritual. I figure that's what you may end up doing, right? Or no?
Yes, because I haven't spent karma. I keep forgetting to.
I haven't either. I think I'm just doing it out of habit.
Habit. You want to learn a little bit about the area.
I might have spent one karma, actually. Well, whatever. Either way.
Talk to your imaginary friends.
Yep. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not real.
So, Kaja, from waking up and, having a fight alongside the guy, wakes up to see Grigori sitting there pouring tea in 2 cups and talking to the air. Right, how is
Which I might add is something that happens almost every morning on our whole trip.
Talking with Wyland, right?
Wyland, yes.
Wyland, talking with Wyland. Or it sees Wyland out there doing a dance for Troll and a couple of cows while tossing grass in the air and just jumping around. And then goes, checks, and comes back to pretty much think not angry grandma, but kind of tired grandma. Cooking breakfast and everything. Just like, God damn, we gotta have to do this again and then.
Ever since we saw those visions, the elf's karma ritual is really stepping up his game.
I'm excited.
Actually, Kaza notices that the older male troll is just sitting there with wiping his glasses down, looking out, and is like, "What is your friend doing out there?"
I stopped asking after the first couple of weeks. You just learn to accept it.
He'll be even more confused when he sees the lizard start fighting imaginary people.
No, you see, that would make sense. He's going through. They can understand a sword fighter practicing.
Well, I mean, the troubadour is clearly just practicing as well. If anybody's the weirdo here, it's me, let's be honest.
Well, true. You are the one who talks to dead things.
Yeah. You see, it is like it's not normal.
All right. But, so you guys finish up. You
have
go down.
Feelings, too.
You go down for breakfast.
Yeah.
So, tell us, good man, we've, first of all, thank you for the night's lodging. which also was nice lodging. But we may be heading out to the village, but we've also heard tale of there are some ruins near. Do you know like where they are in relation here to your farm?
The ruins. I figured you guys were going there. If you head northwest, just stick to that way in about an hour or so, you should see them. It's hard to miss.
Are there a lot of adepts and other treasure hunters and adventure seekers that have gone to there of late?
Well, treasure hunters come through all the time, hoping to find something that the others miss. Adepts, not so much. It's kind of an old place that most people don't want to visit, except for some weirdo types. Slowly turn to look at Grigori,
Who has his back turned and is just, pouring out some more tea and a refill.
I'll kind of give him
going on behind him.
Yeah, I'll give him kind of a knowing wink, like, yeah, I know he's. So. Do you? I mean, what have you heard then from there lately? I mean, do you say there's treasure hunters always going in there to seek for something? Do they come back out? Is there danger? Is there what kind of threats that you might be aware of that we might encounter?
Well, there's some structures that are not stable that can fall on you.
No, yes, it's to be expected.
The termites live there. Most of the times the adventurers tend not to come back because, well, they just find a different route from what I figure. I mean, the river's right there, so you can take it pretty much straight down to the village just south of the river.
I see that.
I need to get a better map to show this soon.
No, I see what you're saying. Yes, they go to get on the Servos River. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So an hour to the northwest. Can't miss it.
Yep.
In the village, it's just further down this trail. Is that right?
Village?
Well, yes. I mean, I know that you have your farm here, but there is a nearby village. Yes.
This is the village, and he gestures at like the multiple houses and the one large, what looks to be like a storehouse of stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very rustic.
The owner of the
Yeah.
town decided once the cares were open, he was tired of dealing with people and their bullshit. So he went and built a house, and another person who got like, I'm tired of living there, and built another, and well, we've been living here with raising cattle and various things, feeding each other.
Sure. Okay. Grigori, I don't recall the name of the man that we were seeking, or that you were seeking. Perhaps the good farmer here might know where this person can be found.
I figure I probably just finished my karma ritual and just came over. But
Perfect timing.
I'm just.
These are
yes,
excellent eggs, old lady.
His man named Fenraid. You probably have not seen him for a long time.
I've never heard of a man
Or
named
ever.
Fenraid. No. If you're looking in the ruins for somebody, unless they're a termite.
But he was nowhere. This one is
Who
nowhere
knows?
to be found here amongst these building villages.
Nope.
Yeah, it's expected.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, what do you think? What are you feeling today?
Sorry, who is that directed at?
Both of you.
You, Grigory and Grigori and Kaja. What do you guys want to do today?
Same thing we do every day, Wayland.
Go out there and get some dank XP.
I'm going to. When Kaja says that, I'm going to just kind of like reflexively just kind of slide a little bit further away from his out of his reach.
It's got a taste for blood now.
That was what
Man, what's it like to have murdered an entire industry with one attack?
Hey, that's a really, really good idea for a story. I'm gonna have to go start composing a poem, and Wyland will go and like grab some parchment in his pen, and he'll start like thinking, jotting down some ideas. The man who killed the pits, or something like that.
I like that. It's a good title. But yeah. Plan is to go to ruins today, was not?
Well, I'm just confirming, I guess, making sure if we wanted to try and seek out your trainer, we could certainly do that. This is as important to you it's as important to me as it is to you, because we all need to find ours, and yours is the closest, or so we were told.
One person gets stronger, whole team is stronger.
I agree.
It's good for everybody.
Yes, but we could certainly go to the ruins and at least take note of what may or may not be there.
Yeah. So you guys are able to finish up your breakfast and head out right away if you want, or you can go and talk to some of the townsfolk. But most of them are just farmers and ranchers. So you still see the little girl confused there.
We should go ask her about her cattle that she doesn't have. Anyways, no, I'm ready. I'm ready for the ruins trip. If you guys are,
let's do it.
Actually, as you guys are heading out, the little girl comes up. I know why the dairy committee could be here, and she holds up. I was able to milk the pig. So she
good job.
So she hands it to one of you just to drink, just kind of in the middle.
I'll take it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Are you gonna actually drink it, or is he just gonna, Gory, just gonna walk away, or right off with it?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
Lord.
can't. We have a trope going here. We can't have this little girl not be confused. So I will just walk away with it in hand. After I did praise her for figuring it out, though.
Nice.
All right.
I'll just walk off with it.
So you guys are pretty much headed there. And I just remembered something. There was a comment on the last video that I know Chris voted yes to. Someone was asking about Kaja's background.
Oh God, what?
Because
Do you
I'm
have one?
imagining your characters kind of just planning back and forth and on ideas. And thinking about family and shit like that. And essentially it was asked, does your character have a sister? In fact, it gives a description of the sister.
I know who this is, and the answer has to be yes.
She's a real cutie too. Let me tell you.
You know who Nyaria is?
Yeah, that's
Is she-
Nunu.
is she
That's
a
the
maid,
girl.
perhaps?
That's the
That's
girlfriend.
Nunu? Okay, that's the girlfriend, yeah. So can the lizard man warrior have a punky, bossy older sister who just happens to be smaller than him, but he gives her lip, she'll suplex him and remind him she's still top dog?
Yeah, that's the.
That is a
mission, all
strangely
right.
specific question.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is coming from your girlfriend, is it?
Yes. She was like,
Is
"You're
this an
doing
ongoing
D&D."
joke?
It's an anime trope.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
God.
so Nunu, if you're watching this, thank you for watching, first off, and now that is canon, and I have to find a way to make her appear in this series.
Oh God.
Kaja's
Yes,
little
please
sister
do.
is 10 years old, but she's an 8th circle warrior.
No, she's older than Kaja,
Oh.
but she's smaller, so she's petite. So it's like, you think Kaja's
She
small.
just looks like she's 10, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Another anime.
no,
trope.
8th circle Sky Raider. She fights barbarian style, even though she's tiny. She makes up for her petiteness with rage.
Next time you run into the captain and his true crewman, there's a new captain.
Oh Lord!
Somehow even more terrifying than the last one.
Okay, so I'm glad we got that underway. Thank you.
Glorious.
All right, but yes, you guys are given time to reflect because there's like nothing between the town or the small farming town and village, plot of land where houses are, whatever you want to call it, to
Hamlet.
the ruins. A hamlet, yes, would work too. To the ruins. In fact, you can even kind of see the ruins from a distance. So your minds are able to wander. You're able to think. You kind of are in your own little heads, and you don't realize an hour passes as you start coming close to it, and there's kind of a stench of. It's not like. There's more. It feels like stale air there, along with whatever the insects drag in. Like usually there's not enough rotting, but there's the hints of smell of like flesh. But it doesn't feel like air moves around here.
Like old goopy bones and stagnant air.
Yes.
Interesting. And does it feel like it's like coming from any place in particular? Or can we like suss out a direction or?
I know Grigori can use can do the magical sight. Can Wyland?
I don't think so.
Or no? Yes.
I think neither Mancers and possibly Wizards are the only ones that can do it at First Circle.
All right.
It's possible he might get it later.
The astral perception?
Yeah.
Astral sight talent, yeah. Out of curiosity, I'll look up to see if he gets it later.
But
I'm pretty sure he doesn't right now, though.
I forgot about your epic gator fight at the bottom of the map here.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have it now.
Okay, so you and Kaj are not able to kind of figure out. It's not able to. It's just kind of a sense that hits you of this. But Grigori, if he uses his sight and a perception check after using his sight.
Okay, well, it has its own role, which is used as a perception check.
Okay, yes, do that then, please.
I
didn't know if it was just a thing you had to activate or not. Remember, everybody at home, I'm still learning this damn system, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Awesome.
Did a pretty good job, honestly.
But learning how to bullshit.
11. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 11. Yeah. You notice there is a lot of like random threads of magic in the air, but none of them seem like really powerful. But you notice you're able to focus enough that you see a pattern from where they're emerging, and it points to there's a couple of buildings still standing, but there's one tower that doesn't look as impressive as the other two that is still standing, and it seems to be the source where these are.
Interesting.
Yes.
Grigori has been curious as to why termites are living in these ruins anyways, under the assumption that if any place has been ruined for a long enough time, they've probably already eaten all the wood source in the area. So there's got to be some other reason why they're here. And I'm curious. He's just been curious as to what that is. So maybe we'll find out over in that tower. I'll just start heading in that direction.
Okay. You two are able to follow or ignore if you want.
No, I'll follow. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we'll follow him.
All right. So you start going through, and you hear the scuttering of like the termites, but you notice they're kind of moving away. But
from the tower or from us?
From you guys. It's a weird.
Have we seen it, or we're just hearing them?
You're hearing them, but the scuttering doesn't sound like it's getting closer. It's kind of like whenever you hear a dog's like nails on the tiles and stuff. If it's getting farther away.
Is there any kind of rough estimate as to how much skittering we're hearing? Does it sound like 1 or 2, like 10 or 20?
It sounds like at least between 5 and 20. It's hard to tell because of just the area.
Okay,
and the
so we should keep on guard, but we don't necessarily have to flee in terror of an army.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do your soul crush that you did the other day, you should be fine.
Oh god, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
That was almost as much damage as Casual rolled to that poor innocent man.
And welcome to Forever Traumatized.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember the numbers. It might have been more. I don't know.
It was just a bit more.
It was very, very. It was within 10% of the same, anyways. Either way.
Yeah.
But the important thing to remember here is that
40-something.
your attack did not leave behind a widow and children.
That
So-
you know
You
of.
don't
Maybe,
know that.
Maybe there's termite
Well,
widow. And
Yeah, you don't know that. There's a termite widow
That's
now.
true.
There-
We don't know that. They might have
300,000
died of starvation by now with the lack of income in the family.
But termites function more in a village mentality. So if you did leave behind a widow and some larvae, they're probably already taken care of at this point in time. So they've already been adopted into good homes, and as opposed to now being
They're very,
street,
they're very
street
community-minded.
rats running around.
These insects.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
We can learn from them.
Absolutely.
Join the hive. Join the hive.
One of us. One of us. Gobble gobble. Okay. But yes, you hear them scurrying away, and as you get closer to the tower that you both know is Grigori is going to, you see an orc pounding on what looks to be air and making an impact sound, yelling, "Let me in! Let me in!"
Do we all see him? or-
Yes, you all see him. You're the only one, because I'm assuming your astral sight is still up. Yes.
Yeah. As long as it. I'll double check the rulings on it, but yeah, I'll keep it up as long as I'm able to.
Yeah. You're able to see him pound and disturb a bunch of threads. These two are only seeing him pound and hit air and make a sound like he's punching a wall.
Do I see astrally, something more than just some threads? Like, is he in some sort of energy?
Actually, from what
energy box or something?
what you can see, he's actually hitting on an energy box, trying to get into it.
Huh. Can I tell what's in it?
The tower. So
Oh, it's around the whole tower?
yeah.
But
So it's like a protective barrier on the tower, okay.
So in the real world, we just basically see the ruins of this tower, and then the orc is kind of standing in front of it, hitting the air in front of the
Yes.
tower, so he's
Yes.
not making contact with the outer wall.
Exactly.
Just for reference, just for your future knowledge, Sloan, my astral sight has a 20-yard range on it.
A 20-yard range.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not asking you to correct what just happened, but just for future knowledge, if you need to.
All right.
Know that in the future.
I may amend that for house rules and saying as long it's as far as you can normally see.
It goes up by rank is the thing.
Okay.
At least in 3rd edition.
Yeah.
For number of rounds. Okay, it doesn't last very long, but I guess we'll just fudge that for now anyway.
Yeah, yeah, we'll fudge it. But yeah, you're able. You see him just pounding on nothing, but making it sound like he's hitting the wall. But there's obviously no wall.
I want to see if there's anything, if I can see anything about what might be causing him to be panicked right now.
Oh, he doesn't look
Or
panicked.
is it more of a casual thing?
No, he looks pissed.
He's angry?
Yes, he's angry. He doesn't look panicked. He doesn't look like he's freaked out. He's just
Almost like he's been locked out by some people and he's angry at, pissed off at them for
Like his
Exactly.
wife just locked him out the house.
Yep. Something like that.
We don't see like any clothes or suitcases or stuff like that lying around there. So this actually isn't that particular situation.
Exactly. You don't see any remnant that would be. This is him. This is
His
his
record
house.
collection.
Yeah. You just notice it looked like he wandered in, started pounding on it, yelling at it.
I'm gonna in orc. I want to yell to him and
Yeah,
say, "You there?"
Before
Yes.
Before you do that, I'm turning to you guys and I want to explain to you, is some sort of protective energy barrier around tower is what he is banging on.
Oh, well, that explains. Yeah, because look at his hand isn't even hitting the wall. So it's a magical barrier of some sort.
It's ancestral construct, yes.
Gotcha.
Magic bullshit.
Yes. Feel free to greet him now. I just wanted you to know that, though.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So I will shout to him in Orcish, and Wyland will say, "You there? What's going on? What's your problem?"
He keeps pounding and he stops and looks at you and responds back in Orc. This has nothing between. This is none of your concern, Elf. You and your friends leave. And goes back to yelling, "Let me in!"
Well, are you in danger? We might be of some assistance. We are coming to explore these ruins. Are your friends in there?
And he just kind of looks at you and there's nothing for you here. Leave now.
Hey, is Featherade in here?
And he's about ready to pound when you actually say that and stops and is like, how do you know that name?
I learned in vision. I am coming to learn from him.
You see the orc just look even madder at you, just like, my master told me to find him and learn from him. And not teach you if he teaches me.
Why not?
About
Both
this
can learn.
time, you see him brandish out a very large axe.
Oh, I see why he's not. Because Orc is crazy.
Yeah, seems like not everybody we meet.
Perhaps he's a little touched by horror, maybe. Actually, with what? Never mind. We'll have to do some research on that. I was going to ask if I can see in his astral imprint whether or not he's horror tainted, but I'm sure there's rules for that, and we don't know them. So,
give me another astral sight roll to do that one.
okay, 14 might just do it.
You notice there's no taint on him from that, so he's just a psycho
He's
son
just
of
crazy.
a bitch. But he pulls out and just starts like yelling incoherently.
Wyland wants to try and as soon as he pulls out the axe and kind of brandishes it, he's going to step up and kind of put his hands up, and he's going to just say, "Please, sir, there's no need for violence here. We're merely travelers and explorers, much like yourself. I'm speaking this in Orcish, trying to make our way through here. Ruins, perhaps maybe we can work together or come to some sort of agreement that might be beneficial to both our parties." And I'm going to try and use test upon him.
Okay.
If I can do so.
Yeah, you can do a test.
Hey, if you win him over, maybe you can use your troubadour skills to mime us away into the invisible box.
Help! I'm stuck.
Oh, I found the invisible door.
Case of emotion.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Trapped in a box.
Ooh, that was crappy.
He just kind of snarls. And you see him about ready to raise up the axe when about this time, Grigori hears a voice yelling, "Stop fighting outside of my house." Kaja and Wyland do not hear it, but Grigori and you notice the orc reacts to it too.
I don't see a lot of Neithermancers running around with axes. But hey, I mean, whatever floats his boat, man.
Hey, you're running around wearing all kinds of armor, so
That looks like a bad skin condition.
Pretty much is men have broken out hives all over.
He told you put the ointment on 3 times a day.
I don't want to cure my armor.
But yeah, no, Kaja, Wyland, you notice they both react to something that neither of you've heard.
And then Grigori just smirks.
I love the fact Kaja's just getting so pissed off at magic now.
Because it's just, he knows something going on and he can't see any of it, so he's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and even our teammates speaking a language we don't understand.
Which, did he learn through a specific skill, or is that just a speak language skill?
that was a speak language.
Speak language talent. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes.
You learned it with magic.
Because I was like,
did.
can I do that? Because I'm getting annoyed.
Nope.
Same character, I'm getting annoyed at this.
No, but he could probably teach
I can,
you.
but I'm not doing so.
Have to bother.
Yes, I will tell Kaja that he's doesn't appear to be open to any sort of diplomatic overtures, and then that I would imagine they make it their reaction. I'm just gonna prep my sling just in case.
All right. So, as they both turn, this is now going to. Oh fuck! I just thought I stopped the other one. That's a weird overlay of each other. Okay.
It's a mashup. Sloane's doing mashups.
Battle of the Bands.
EMDJ Sloan.
Yeah.
But no. You both Grigori and this orc turn to face, and you see what looks to be a figure resembling the old wizard you saw in the little orb vision.
Mm-hmm.
Just in there. I do not condone violence in my area. Which point? Did Grigori say anything or no?
No, he's just looking mildly smug because he didn't reach for a weapon. He didn't do anything, so he knows it's the orc just getting yelled at.
About this time, the orc starts yelling, "You must teach me. My master commands it." And yells back, "I do not teach those who follow him." At which point, you see him go to take a swing again at the pretty much the astral barrier thing, and he pretty much destroys one side of his axe there, just on it. So to the other
Shatters
two,
on thin air, apparently. Yeah.
you just heard him yell "You teach me, damn it," and just smash it. My master will hear of this, and you will know pain. Which point he just
Grigori's
yells,
starting to have trouble holding back actual laughter at this point.
Yes,
Bite his lip.
pain, suffering, whatever. Tell your master the next time you talk to him, I do not teach those who work for him. Now be gone. Which point you hear some expletives that only Wyland can understand. And they're pretty in-depth cursings as he walks away with his broken axe.
Ooh.
You're going to do what to his mother?
Oh. Ooh, how is that? How would you even do that? How is that? You can't even get that kind of angle. I'll just kind of I'll say that in Dwarven. Ooh,
Well, ghosts are
Kaja.
more flexible, so.
Wow, Kaja, I'm going to have to tell you later on when he said it was rough.
But as he's rumbling away, the wizard just kind of looks over. I'm guessing you can see me there, boy, since you're actually looking at me. Yes? So what brings you here? Yes? He starts leaning over, just kind of waiting for an interesting...
Evidently same as Orc, although with less arrogant demanding and no evil masters, so.
Who sent you after me anyways? I'm not been in this realm long, and you don't look long-lived.
Do not know how long you have been living, but do you know what was her name? Fayana, I think. Is that right?
Yes,
Fayan.
Fayan. Or
You know
Fayan.
Fayana from Bartertown.
He's kind of sitting there, kind of twirling his little mustache.
Is elf, so maybe has lived long enough that you might know, or maybe you do not. She gave visions of where we could find training from.
Ah, she's still around, eh? Why, she was a beautiful thing when I last saw her. This nice, dirty blonde hair, very lovely.
Yes.
How is she doing?
She is still lovely, although much more dangerous to hug, I should think.
You went that
If
path.
you heard of... Yes. Yes, apparently you have.
Very well. Well, if she sent you here, and I'm assuming your traveling companions there are of the same ilk as you, yes?
Adepts, yes. Different disciplines.
Very well. He sits there and says a couple of words, and you see the barrier fall down. Come in, come in. Make it quick, make it quick.
I'm letting down the astral sight at this point, although just my half magic as an ethermancer should at least let me continue seeing the spirit himself.
Yeah, you can see him fine. Just
But I'm letting the astral sight go down because I don't want to bleed all my hit points out for no reason.
but yes, it
costs
down.
me 1 point of damage every time I use it, so...
All right.
And theoretically, it should only last about 12 seconds per activation, so...
All right. Well, yeah.
I don't want to keep it up permanently.
He waves you in. Is like, hurry, yes, hurry, hurry. So you can tell them if you want to, or you can just walk in and hope they follow.
I'll just walk in, and I assume they'll follow, so...
We absolutely will follow. I'm going to follow.
Yeah.
They don't need to be given orders at every step of the way or anything. They're smart.
Actually, you hear the orc scream, "You sons of He's just from a distance as he can see you entering. You can't actually tell where it's coming from. You just hear the screaming.
I think we know where our next pack of XP is coming from, lads.
Yeah.
As you're inside, you hear some words, and you can feel the thwomp of it reactivate. And
Here's the back go up with the
Pretty
energy
much.
shield behind us.
yes, you go inside, and it is this old. It would have looked lovely, but it is covered in several layers of dust. Like stuff has not really been moved that much in this time. But it would have been a lovely little keep that Grigori would have loved to be in because there's so many books. There's a nice sitting area. There's just seems like there's many ways to ignore the world whilst doing what you can to study.
I would have to treat these books very, very gently, as I'm sure I don't want to accidentally crumble anything.
Yeah. Kaja is kind of bored of being in there because nothing looks interesting to him.
Come on, Kaja, you just got here.
Listen, but it wouldn't have been so bad if we could have just walked in, but we had to deal with standing outside. The stupid orc just kept yelling, and I couldn't understand him. And now I'm just standing around waiting for you to do whatever.
It's okay. We can go back and kill him later. Out of care.
Wyland notices there's like a variety of books. There's not all just like one set. So there's some history things. There's some random knowledge. There's even weird instruments from afar.
Ooh, yeah. I will definitely lose myself in that entire section, the instruments and the history books. Yeah.
Grigori hears...
Gentle with books is probably very old.
When he says that, we'll cut to a shot. We cut to a shot of like me turning around, and I've got like red wine in a glass that's kind of spilling, and a book's open, and I'm eating grease is dripping from my mouth, and the pages are kind of like.
I'll put the glass of pig's milk down on a table nearby for him.
But Grigori hears the same voice. Boy, can you do me a favor and please adjust this? And he points to a crystal that is like sitting from a lantern. So you kind of have to reach and use maybe a stick even to adjust it a little bit.
Sure. No problem.
And so it sets it up. Then he, give instruction on a few other things. So you light some of the candles in the area to better see and everything. And eventually he's like, now stand back. And you notice to the other two, it looks like someone materializes as they enter into the main room.
Ooh.
Neat.
And he's like, yes. I haven't had to use this in a while. Well, ever, actually. I mean, I made it so I could talk to the dead, but... So...
This work both ways.
My name is Benraid. Benraid, how can I be of a service? And he takes a, over-gestured bow at you all.
I'll return the bow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fianna has determined that we have progressed enough to enter the second circle of our various disciplines. Of course, I am the only discipline that matches yours, so we will be traveling elsewhere for the others. But this is why I am here.
Yes, neither master. A new study to my book, but... Yes, something I've become very interested in with my current state.
How long have you been in such state?
Let's see. I've noticed the sun rise and set more times than I can count on my hands and feet. I'm gonna go with several hundred years.